Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is technically part 4 of the Farming Simulator £10 million debt challenge, but I was experimenting after part 1 with Twitch streaming, and the next 2 parts were done on there, and to be perfectly honest, it didn't work out. Twitch isn't for me, so we're continuing on with the video recording. So when you compare this to part 1, there's going to be quite a gap. We've actually done quite a bit, so I'll just do a bit of a catch up so that you know where we're all standing. What we've basically done is we have started clearing out all the trees around this field, which is field 11, which we own. We have implements purchased and a bit more land purchased around, which I will get to in a minute. And we have a few more animals up and working as well, which we will go and have a look at before we crack on. We haven't made any inroads into clearing any debt, and probably won't for a while. I want to get an up and working decent farm before I even think about going after the debt properly. Just makes more sense. It will cost me a lot in interest charges, but I'm fine with that. I'm pretty certain we're going to be able to make enough going forward to cover that. But what we have done is clear out most of our leased equipment, thanks to a very handy little alteration I did, which I will show you just as soon as I've done with this. This was done by an AI driver, and they missed sections, so I'm just tidying it up. This was a grass field. I am seeding this, or will be seeding it, with wheat. I think I was going for, was it going to be oat? No, oat seems a better option if I want horses, so yeah, it's going to be oat. That gives us oat and straw available on a almost permanent basis, which is something we desperately need. So I think that's all the stones picked. Okay, so before we finish this one up, let's just go for a little explore. I've marked out my territory land here, just simply because I know where I am. This is going to remain grass. I don't own that section. That I'm going to keep, well, I'm not going to keep, I'm going to cut those down, but this is going to be a tree nursery, so I can keep regrowing trees here. We did purchase land around here somewhere. Is it around here? I'm a little lost. Still don't know the map very well. Nope, not this way. Sorry for making you dizzy. That's looking a bit more promising. Following a long road, very long road. There we go. This is the biogas plant. This is my mod version, which has an increased amount of things that you can do on it, which I'll show you in a second. That is the base game silo, which I just couldn't get rid of. I actually intended to clear this out and make it all grass, but I just couldn't get rid of that no matter how much I tried, so we're stuck with it, and that's one I put down. Basically what we did is we bought the strip of land here for next to nothing. It wasn't worth more than about a couple of thousand, I think, so that was very handy. But what I did was I sold the biogas plant that was on it, which was worth over $1 million, put this one on, which didn't cost as much, and that left me with a lot of money to spare. And what I did with that was I cleared out a lot of my leased equipment. We have 2 tractors, get on the right screen, a medium and a large. We have the swather, we have a flatbed trailer, which is being used to move pallets, and it can also double up as a baler. We bought our stone picker, our plough, our seeder, the header for the swather, the forestry tree chopper. We got silo compaction up and working. We bought the front loader equipment as well. We also bought in 50 cows, 50 pigs at the youngest age. I'm pretty certain I had chickens in part 1. If I didn't, we bought in chickens. We bought in 35 sheep, and we bought in one of almost all but one breed of the horse, which half fills the horse barn. That wasn't easy to say. We also bought enough food to stock them up a little bit, but we do need some oat to start filling that. The hope is that they will breed. Apparently it is possible for them to breed, so we'll see. But if they will breed, then that 7 will turn into 14, and then I can just keep cycling them around and selling them off. Passive profit. Same with the sheep. They will eventually double up. So once they get to the maturity age, it's about 36 months, roughly. The first load can go, so this lot, and then the new ones will just keep cycling through, on and on and on. Same with the chickens. That's half the amount that the barn can hold. Once they get to the value of 25, this 180, once they've reproduced, another 180 will be sold, and we just keep going round and round. So they produce eggs, and they will sell off for a little bit of profit as well. The pigs, that silo can hold a lot more than 100, but that's all I could afford at the time. But they'll just keep doubling and doubling. Pigs will reproduce really, really quickly, so that will give us quite a bit of money as well. So there you go, you are pretty much up to date. What else have we done? I did fit a manure heap, which is slowly producing manure thanks to the pigs. That should also link to the cow shed. When I get the cows up and working, their manure should dump straight into that as well, hopefully. And we have the forestry equipment rigged up to the medium John Deere tractor. We are going to thin out the trees around here. We're eventually going to take them all, but I just want to thin them out so that I can get the combine in here and gain easy access to this field. That's tomorrow's task. That field of sorghum should be ready tomorrow. Whether or not we get that in this video today, we'll see, but it's soon, no matter what. It's 6 o'clock in the evening, still technically on day 1. We made quite a lot of progress. What I'm hoping is to be able to trim away enough trees so that I can get the swath around both of my fields, so that we can get some grass, one into the sheep barn so that they've got food, because I can't remember whether I actually gave them any. We did give them a little bit, but we want to top that up, and we want to start filling up the farm's silo, which is right next door to the cow shed, which is there, so that we can start producing silage. We've got hay and straw stored next to the horses, so if they need it I can literally just grab it from there. We have some more straw located by my porter cabin. That was the excess. I just put it there because it's just out of the way. I don't want it getting in the way or accidentally scooped up by something. So that's pretty much up to date. This field is prepared. It needs, I don't think it needs fertilizing. No, we fertilized it. So next task for this guy, which is our large tractor, I went for JCB. I quite like the JCBs. They're efficient little machines. He will be dealing with the seeding process whilst we work on the tree cutting. As with my first video, what I will definitely do is, when it comes to long scale work, I'll stop talking and I will just record the work, and then I'll arrange that in editing so that it goes by quicker, just to save a lot of time. It just seems a bit silly to record very repetitive stuff. There's no need for it. So if we increase the speed by times 8 or 10, then you can still see all the work done, and then we'll pick it up when I'm wrapping it up and moving on to the next task, or when this guy completes, and we'll see what damage he's caused. Nearly filled. We'll change that to oat. There we go. Make sure it's all set up properly. In fact, to change of plan, what I think I'm going to do is... no, yeah. Indecision. It's horrible. So we'll unfold this one. We'll get this field done, and then even if we run out of time, at least that'll be ticking around. Yeah, it's going to take a few days to grow, but we're not really going to miss out on the grass, because the headland grass will continuously grow, and I won't need to fertilise it, so it's worth it. So we'll put him going. Jump in the John Deere, and from this point I will shut up and do my work, and then we will pick it up when I have cleared away a good few of these trees. We're probably going to go a few lines back. I'm eventually going to clear all these out, because I've discovered that they're doubled up. Whoever made this map put a tree within a tree, and I'm a little concerned that it's actually using a lot of memory power, and it will affect the amount of trees that I can personally plant. So I'm making a point of clearing them all out, but a lot of these trees are going to get replaced with decorative trees, because I actually like the look of the farm with some of these trees in it, but I just don't want doubles in there. So we'll eventually clear it all out, but you'll see that over the coming weeks as we slowly work our way around. It's a lot of work to do at the minute, but it will get less and less, and we'll be able to focus more on actual farming once the cosmetic stuff is taken care of. Okay. So we'll get this one in position, and then we will progress onwards. So I will speak to you again when we are done with the task. So that is the tree section completed. We'll just pack this one away, get him out of the way. What we are going to do now is set up for grass cutting. We are running out of daylight, the sun is way on its way down. Don't really want to be picking up grass with a shovel in the middle of the night. That is a bad situation to be in. This has taken a lot longer than I anticipated. Oh dear. Well, that's not good. And self-righting. Yay! Always got to be careful when making sharp turns with long, heavy implements on Farming Simulator. You do have a habit of flipping them over. 9 times out of 10 you can't flip them back either, so you either need something or you need to reset it, and I really didn't want to have to do that. Okay, so we will park him up just around here somewhere, doesn't really matter. And the next job is a brand new implement, the Swather. This is a mod that came with the Fox Farms map. You can probably find it on the mod hub all by itself, I'm sure. The header looks like a combine header, but what it actually does is cuts grass. It's very, very handy, and I like it a lot. The working is the swath dropping, so it will drop in neat, kind of neat rows. Take into consideration that it's me driving this thing, not so neat, but you get the idea. And hopefully the shovel will have no trouble picking them up. Eventually we will get a baler or something like that, or a pickup wagon, but for now we'll make do with what we got. So once again we will well, I will shut up and we'll do this at hyperspeed in editing. So we will pick this up again as soon as I am done with the grass cutting, and we'll carry on from there. Okay, so that is all the grass around my fields cut. We are working in pitch black. It's something I definitely wanted to avoid. I was hoping I'd be able to get this in here, but there's no way that header's fitting in that barn door. Never mind. Next task is grass collection, but to be perfectly honest, we are not doing that today. What we are going to do is park this thing. We shouldn't need it again for a little while now. We will bring this episode to a close. Next episode will be grass collection in the dark. Not an easy task. I've done it many times before. I don't like working in the dark when it comes to groundwork. I don't mind combining or ploughing or even seeding in the dark, because you can more or less see what you're doing, but when you're looking at rows of dark green patches that you've got to pick up, especially if you don't have a baler or anything like that, it can get really problematic. But that is for the next time. So we'll end there. That is episode, let's call this episode 2 of the series complete. We are very nearly at the end of day 1. This is going to get very confusing with numbers. Thank you all for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you are enjoying it. This is going to take quite some time. We are going to be at this for many episodes. We're going to go through a lot of alterations and changes. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, a thumbs up would be hugely appreciated. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. This is one of the games I'm working on. I have massive amounts of Starfield videos out and many more coming. I'm also working with Euro Truck Simulator 2, and other games are on the horizon as well. So if any of that interests you, keep an eye on my channel. Plenty more to come from me. Big thank you to all my current subscribers. It's hugely appreciated. I'm hoping to keep building on that and watch that number rise. It's really nice to see it rising. I think at time of recording I was at 43 subscribers, which is fantastic. That's 43 more than I thought I would ever get. So again, big thank you to everybody that's subscribing to me. If you've got any comments, leave me a comment. I will try and respond to them if I can. If you've got any suggestions, hints, tips, complaints, again, leave me a comment. I'll try and respond. And other than that, I will see you all in the next episode or next video, depending on what it is you watch. Thanks a lot. Take care.